Hi there and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. A lot of you have been curious about where Shireena Hudson has been hiding since she and Kevin Hunter can no longer rely on Wendy Williams for financial support. Well, hold on to your tea because the word on the street is that Shireena has pulled a disappearing act on Kevin now that he's broke. The rumor is that she was only in it for the money, and with Kevin no longer being able to provide, she's moved on. For about 15 years, Shireena was one of those women who, after moving to the big city with dreams of becoming a model, found herself in the spotlight of the nightlife. You know how it is, the girls with the sparklers and champagne bottles at the club get people to spend more money. They dress provocatively, and Shireena was no different. The last we heard from Kevin and Shireena was when Kevin publicly celebrated her birthday, calling her his queen, mother, cook, wife in a post that was all caps and had 2 red exclamation marks. He was extra with it, saying, "If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life." But now, the word is that Shireena isn't getting anything from Kevin anymore, and she doesn't have any reason to stick around, especially since they were siphoning off Wendy's money the whole time. I don't know how they're raising their daughter, Journey, who's about to turn 2 in a month. But that's not my concern. What I do know is that my child support payments for all 3 of them are on time, every time. Kevin couldn't keep up with all those little ventures, so he started using Wendy's money. Remember when Kevin put Shireena through school to become a massage therapist? When that failed, he opened a kiosk for her in a mall in North Carolina, where she's from. He even tried to help her launch an online jewelry and clothing line called Vish. At one point, Shireena was also trying her hand at real estate, listing her services from that Morristown house Kevin bought for her, again using Wendy's money. Then, in 2021, Shireena opened up a vegan business, and of course, it was Wendy's money that funded it. She was making vegan pancakes in the kitchen, which Wendy paid for too. Now, some of you might be thinking they should have been smarter with the money. But come on, they didn't care because it wasn't their money on the line. And now that the money's all dried up, so has Miss Hudson. I mean, what else could Shireena do with a man who not only stopped supporting her but also put the house they were living in up for sale? He even took out loans on 2 luxury cars through a company called Flex Wealth. On top of that, he got hit with a lawsuit from UBS Bank, accusing him of dodging his credit card payments. Kevin even dragged Wendy back to court a second time to get his alimony checks flowing again. Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrisey, clapped back, saying that the payments to Kevin would stop if Wendy's annual income was less than double her previous yearly income as of February 1, 2020. Sabrina also revealed that Wendy, who hadn't appeared to host her show for the entire last season, stopped receiving her full salary in October 2021. But Kevin continued receiving his alimony, which, according to Sabrina, meant Kevin unfairly pocketed $112,500. The monthly payment was $37,500. So 3 months added up to $112,500, and Sabrina wanted that money back with interest. So not only was Kevin broke, but he was also drowning in debt. The word on the street is that Shireena took what little was left and vanished. Meanwhile, Kevin is still fighting to get that alimony back. At first, he claimed that his monthly checks, which Wendy had agreed to pay in their divorce, suddenly stopped in February 2022. He even had the nerve to ask the court to make Wendy's guardian cough up the payments according to the agreement. But when that didn't work, Kevin went back to court, asking for his alimony to be reinstated. In the court documents, he claimed that on December 8, 2022, he attended a mediation with Wendy's legal team and Wendy's New York court-appointed guardian lawyer, Sabrina Morrisey. During that mediation, Wendy's team supposedly agreed to provide statements and bank records they claimed to have obtained permission from the New York court to release. Kevin then said that even though Wendy's guardian and her lawyer promised him they would hand over Wendy's bank records, those receipts never showed up. Wendy had scheduled a meeting with Bank of America's private banking group, which included the senior VP, private client advisor, wealth strategist, market leader, and several others, to outline the best products available. After the meeting, Regina said she witnessed Wendy handing the Bank of America proposal and documents to Sabrina, as they were all in the same car driving to the courthouse. However, days later, after returning to her California home, Regina revealed that she received an urgent call from Wendy's then publicist, who claimed to have overheard a conversation between Wendy and Sabrina, where Sabrina broke the bad news that there was no money in Wendy's account. Regina then stated in her affidavit that, in disbelief, she immediately reached out to Ms. Morrisey. Ms. Morrisey and I had been in regular contact, and I fully expected her to tell me there was some kind of misunderstanding. However, instead of clarifying the situation, I was blocked from all communication with her and denied access to my dear friend. May 1, 2023 was the last time I spoke with Wendy. I hereby declare that the previous statements are true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. Regina has been very vocal, saying that, knowing Wendy, she's definitely being forced to stay silent. Like a lot of us, she can't wrap her head around how Wendy's recent birthday came and went without a peep at what family and friends are saying. Wendy's birthdays have always been a big deal. It's shocking that her closest loved ones weren't able to see or speak to her on her 60th birthday. According to what they've shared, it was an utterly sad situation on what should have been a joyful day for her. I'm honestly shocked that Kevin is still out here trying to get his alimony back, given the circumstances. Maybe he thinks it's the only way to get Shireena back now that she's ghosted him. But clearly, he's going to have to figure something else out because no one seems to know where Wendy's money disappeared. Chili, what do you all think about this? Karma is hitting them left, right, and center. And what do you think is going on with Wendy? I'm dying to know, so drop your thoughts in the comment section below.
So by December 19th, after allegedly failing to get any further response from Wendy's team, Kevin said he emailed the mediator, copying all parties, and addressed the lack of transparency and bad faith in their failure to be honest and open during the mediation. Kevin is still at it, insisting that his alimony needs to start back up. In fact, during one of the hearings, Kevin threw shade by pointing out a case where Sabrina was named as a defendant accused of being part of a racketeering scheme with someone else. He even brought up that Sabrina is under a RICO investigation and claimed he's cool with mediation, but he just wants those receipts from Wendy's finances. According to him, Sabrina has been lying to everyone, and they still haven't looked at those bank records. Let's not forget that she's supposed to give him access to the retirement accounts too. Basically, Kevin's saying there's been some major negligence, and as far as her being a guardian goes, he doesn't trust the woman. Kev, sweetheart, if it makes you feel any better, we don't trust Sabrina either. But here's the kicker: as much as you're fighting to get that alimony back, there's no money left for you or Sabrina. The truth is, Wendy apparently had $55 million in the bank before her guardian, Sabrina Morrisey, took over her finances and told her she was broke. In fact, in a statement submitted to a New Jersey court, Wendy's best friend, Regina Shell, claimed to have seen Wendy's Wells Fargo bank statement showing a combined balance of nearly $55 million. Regina said that in July 2022, Wendy invited her to stay with her in New York City for an extended period. During that visit, Wendy expressed her desire to explore options regarding her estate, specifically a potential change with her current financial institution. Wendy also shared with her some documents from Wells Fargo that showed a balance of almost $55 million. Moreover, Regina claimed that in December of that year, she was invited to join Wendy in a meeting with another bank.